Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Berkshire Media. And today we're very happy to have Christian in our studio today. And Christian, if I get this right, because you have briefed me, it's JLL. Am I right?
JLL, yep, that's us. And Technical Production Partners just helps everyone understand who we are and what we do.
Fantastic. Now, when we were talking earlier, you did name drop a little bit.
Yes.
In terms of some of the fabulous programs that you've had the opportunity to support.
Yeah.
So go on, blow your trumpet a little bit. What sort of programs have you supported?
Oh, we've worked out on all sorts, from Top Gear to
Strictly Come Dancing.
Dancing.
Have you had a go yourself, Christian?
No, I'm not.
You've not been invited yet?
No. My break dancing wouldn't really work for that.
Really? I've just got this vision that's not working very well in my head, Christian. Yeah. But fantastic. Yeah. Have you met any of the guys at Top Gear or any of those programs?
Our teams generally, on that side, go to meet most of those. I mean, I've been up at BBC Studios quite a lot at Television Centre and shown lots of people around. I haven't tended to meet people very often because I'm busy looking after my own clients.
Okay, do they try and keep you away from the important people?
Yeah, I think so, basically. Okay, that's the idea. Yeah.
We've stumbled on something. So how long have you been going? JLL, how long has the company been going?
So JLL has been going for a good 11 years now.
Fantastic.
And essentially, Phil and myself, we were at Blitz, unfortunately, when the pandemic hit. And so we jumped over to JLL because they were doing a lot of TV work and they weren't able to look after, didn't really have the time to focus on the events business. So we kind of relaunched, if you like, which gave us an opportunity when things came back to be in a good place in the market to support, some great clients.
Fantastic. And it sounds like you're quite busy from what you say.
Oh my goodness, yes, we are extremely busy. We've got a huge event going out in Monaco this weekend, which is out there for about 5 or 6 days and taking, I think we're in the La Sporting venue, which is very, very impressive. And Prince Albert will be attending.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
Do you need any helpers at all? Can I offer any services?
Well, that's very kind. That's very kind. I think we've utilised every single inch of the budgets.
I can imagine. Well, I'll pay to come over. It's no problem. I could do that. Well, obviously, we've got Destination Reading, and I know you're a part of that. Mm-hmm. So, in terms of the Destination Reading event, which is coming up on the 24th, you're going to be a supporter, and Paul is singing your praises.
Oh, excellent!
No end, I have to say.
Excellent.
So, what will you be providing on the 24th?
Well, the idea basically is to provide some visual stuff. So basically, all the podcasts that you record, we'll be showing those on TV screens, etc. But we're also going to be showcasing our digital set, which effectively, it's effectively a normal set, but it's effectively mostly digital. So the whole top surface is a full digital canvas. And what it does really is does two things. It means that when we put one of these sets into an event space, all we throw away at the end of that event is a roll of gaffer tape, literally.
Crazy.
So we're no build and burn, no landfill or anything like that. And not only that, but it gives the client an opportunity to do more with that canvas. So you can have animations in the background, and then we key over the normal content, PowerPoint and video and things like that. So it's quite an exciting development for us. But the most important thing, I think, is that we've now managed to get the price point down to it's the same as a traditional wooden set with front and rear projection, which is quite an exciting place to be, because sustainability used to be a very premium thing.
But I guess nowadays, everybody needs some degree of social responsibility, and
100%.
And bigger companies are looking at credentials now, aren't they?
Absolutely, and we've taken it to a very extreme situation. Really, our premises are EPCA plus rated, which means we use solar on the roof, we reuse our water, and also we have ethically sourced energy coming into the place. We've also got logistics now, shared logistics, which means that when we drop something into London or Birmingham or Glasgow, very often on that return journey, another company will use that. So we're halving our carbon footprint, on the logistics side too.
That's amazing. I think that's probably one of the benefits people probably don't see enough of, but it's great that a company like yours are putting so much effort into it.
Well, what we're trying to do is, I think suppliers need to take these things seriously. And if we've ticked lots of boxes at the event end, hopefully that puts less pressure on the client on their end.
Sure. And it's great for them, isn't it, to be working with partners like you to say that we are green because we work with partners who are equally, if not more, green. So I
absolutely.
think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, Paul has said to me, and his arms weren't big enough, when he said the screen that Christian's going to sort of put in is bigger than that.
Yeah.
So what sort of size are we talking here?
We're looking at about, where are we now? I would say it's 3 by 1.5 meters, something like that, the actual screen size, and that'll have an under panel underneath it. But that's a reasonable size. It's just a sort of sample, really. We've actually built over 120 meters of 1 meter base panels that are essentially they're weight bearing, and they will last for 250 uses.
That's amazing.
So we just repaint, touch up the front of these panels, but the rest of it's all very solid. And so we can build and have sets go out 5 or 6, 10 at a time, and they could be 9 by 2 meters or 15 by 3 meters, etc., etc. So they can be any size.
It sounds like, you've got quite a big offering. I mean, can you cater to the smaller to medium businesses as well and their needs?
100%. Yeah. I mean, we've got a £6 million inventory basically at our Wallingford HQ. And we've got every last piece of equipment you'd expect to find. Very traditional AV, but also some of the new next generation stuff. So for high streaming, content and things like that. We've done a phone launch recently for Oppo, supporting an agency, where we were streaming to 3 million people.
Wow!
So it's pretty serious, and it honestly it looked like you'd expect an Apple or whatever event to
Fantastic.
be. It was at Magazine London, really exciting event.
Fantastic, but I mean, it all sounds great. It'd be great for some, I guess, for some of the smaller to medium businesses.
Yeah,
if they worked with a business like yours, that's so big, it gives them excellent levels of credibility.
Yeah, I mean, what we've tried to do is we've learnt a lot from our TV work as well, because believe it or not, in TV budgets are tight. And we have to be very creative, and we work with some very creative people in TV as well. And what that allows us to do is to take some of the magic and the tips and the tricks and bring it over to the event space.
Fantastic.
So that means that you can provide basic AV to clients, but very cost effective. And I think what I've forgotten to mention there really is that because we work in TV, film, exhibitions and events, we work for much longer throughout the year. So that actually allows us to reduce our pricing.
Sure. That sounds fantastic. And so on the day, you'll be providing some AV, not some fairly substantial. You also mentioned something about some lighting and on the veranda.
So outside on the terrace, it's a bit of a challenge. There's not a huge amount of power and things out there. So what we're looking to do is put in some stands and festoon and various other elements in there. We'll put some uplights and so on in there. I mean, Paul and I were sort of scratching our heads because it's a sun trap, that terrace.
It is.
And so basically, if we're there till 9 o'clock, and the chances are the sun will be out. But we'll do our best, with what we've got, and we'll have a lot of lighting and festoons and
Fantastic.
That sort of stuff around the champagne bar, so it'll look lovely.
And you've just reminded me, that's the term he keeps using, our champagne bar.
Yes.
So I think that's going to be. I think probably that's where most people
will end up.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you think you'll be propping up the bar there?
I may well do so. Yes.
You'll be managing.
I think so.
The champagne bar. So in terms of, and that's great. It all sounds fantastic. So what brought you to making the decision to support Paul and to support Destination Reading?
Well, a couple of things. We all know that the events world and business is all about relationships and people. I really like Paul. He's a lovely, lovely man. So that was the first thing. And the second thing, I think, really was the fact that we work all over the world, all over Europe. We do stuff out in the US. We've done stuff out in Dubai. We're all over Europe all the time. We're all over the UK. At Reading, we never go and do anything in Reading. And it's probably one of the most exciting business hubs in the UK, right on the M4. It's just an amazing place, and there's so many facilities here, leisure facilities here, some beautiful surrounding villages, great places to live. We just want to try and help more people locally.
Sure, and it's great that you're on the journey for Destination Reading, because we're working with Paul to push Destination Reading out as a concept and bringing I guess, shining a light on Reading as a place to be for business and leisure as well.
No, absolutely.
And I think it's going to be a great event on the 24th.
It will
actually.
be. It'll be a great event.
So here's a difficult one for you.
Go on.
You've been to Reading a couple of times, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us a story about, what have you done in Reading, and keep it, family orientated.
I'll keep it family oriented. Well, probably the most exciting thing, I'm a bit of a car nut. So
right.
Over the years, I've been to Silverstone and driven all round and in all sorts of Ferraris and Dodge Vipers and this, that and the other. The nearest thing I tend to get to it these days in my so-called spare time is probably going go-karting. So myself and our team all went off to Team Sport
in Reading.
and we had an absolutely fantastic time racing around the track there, but we were getting a bit over the top with each other, and they were saying, don't bump this, don't crash that, don't overdo it, and all of them were just crazy.
It's I love go-karting. I go quite regularly. I go to Milton Keynes, which is an outdoor track, but I've been to Team Sport a few times, and it is quite good. It's quite entertaining, and with multi-level makes it quite fun. So you're quite a good karter then, Christian?
Well, I'm not a bad driver, but my weight lets me down. I'm a big lad, so I need to get rid of some ballast.
Sounds like an excuse before we've even done anything. It sounds like you're already making excuses.
Of course.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to go. I'm a big karter as well, so we'll have to book that. Do you know what? I think, Christian, it's great. I mean, we've talked a lot about what you're going to do, and I think Paul, has said so many times how appreciative he is of what you guys are going to support with. I think we're going to look forward to an absolutely fantastic day, and you'll be there yourself with your team.
I will, 100%, yeah.
And how many people are you going to bring with you, do you think?
We'll probably have 3 or 4 for the build, and then we'll have someone operating, and I will be talking to people about our bits and pieces and showing how we might be able to help them and reduce their carbon footprint for events and so on. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, look, we're going to leave that there. Can you believe we've talked for 12 minutes?
12 minutes. Right, that's not bad, is it?
That's not bad at all. And I think it's your first podcast?
First podcast.
How do you feel?
Great, actually. Yeah, I have to say you're very good at this.
Well, you're even better. You make it easy. Well, look, Christian, thank you so much. And thank you to JLL, if I've got that right.
You have got it right.
Indeed. And we look forward to seeing you on the 24th.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. We very much look forward to it.
Pleasure. Good to have you, Christian.
Thanks, Feisel. Cheers.